without messing with the flavor, oh, the flavor that you savor. Savor me for last, but you better not eat me at all. Living in a fast food bag, making friends with the ketchup and salt. Oh, people say that I'm crazy for not moving on to better things instead of sitting around trash talking with the onion ring, but it's much too soon.
The fact that 20% of eating these days in America occurs in the car is disconcerting, to say the least.
We are losing our ability to feed ourselves.
A lot of people just think if they eat healthy, they don't necessarily need to worry about where their food comes from. And the more they delve into, finding out that the eggs came from chicken stacked on top of each other, or how the cattle are all shoved into one area or whatever, they start realizing that I guess it does matter also where my food comes from.
What we are is nature. What we eat is who we become.
Well, I guess locally, Reginaldo from Northfield he's kind of the social entrepreneur in Northfield because he is not only growing food to sell to the local community through chicken operations, but he is providing local Latino families a chance to make a living by working on this poultry operation.
You can be so poor that you don't have food at home, but this little plot here is 100 by 100 feet. And anyone with some basic skills can put together one of those buildings. And out of one of these buildings, you can grow 4,500 birds a year. And the way it works is very simple. If you think of a family on one end of the spectrum here, living the way they live right now, in poverty, no access to good food, and all of those other conditions that I described. Isolated, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, earning little, and so on. 2 kids in school, not even participating in PTOs because there's no time, and when the kids come home, they're overtired, they go to sleep, and the kids will have help with homework and so on and so forth. You see the chain there. Okay, that's their condition right now. On this other side of the spectrum, you have the same family, but now living on a small farm, living off the farm, producing under a system that is tapped into the mainstream infrastructure, the markets and the distribution, and the processing is done professionally and all that. Now, the key for us is the enterprise center's mission is taken from here and deliver them over here.
For him, he talks a lot about addressing the root cause, and rather than giving poor people money or food, which they can only use, so much of, he's filling the black hole of poverty by giving them a chance to not only grow their own food, but make a living off of it.
What does work is when people take it on themselves. And for people to be able to do that, we have to develop the programs, the systems, and the support infrastructure so that people can actually see step by step how could they take control of that part of their lives. And that's the only way to get food to people living in poverty. I don't think there's another way.
And I think what's interesting about Regi's project too is that it started out as a means of providing an income for Latino families, but he is changing the way that everybody is thinking about foods in the whole Northfield community, and that really is the exciting part about this. That your target population might start out to be something, but just as people see how successful it is and how important it is, other people start changing their way of thinking about food.
There are ideas about environmentalism, truly, about animal rights, and about small business. I mean, taking away the reign of this country's general direction from corporations and bringing it back into the hands of communities and small business owners. And you don't have to be a Democrat or Republican to agree with those kind of ideals per se. You just have to be somebody that believes in a kind of communal existence where you're friendly with your neighbors and you enjoy knowing that your food came from somebody that somebody in your community knows, or that you yourself know.
Reality is I'm selfish and like really good food. So what happens is when you target food locally with people that you can actually see and touch and they know that they're doing the right thing, you're going to get a better product coming in the door.
I think what's exciting about right now is that in a time of sort of economic downturn, we actually have more potential as consumers to create change ourselves. I.e., it sounds sort of cliche to say something like, vote with your dollar, but the truth is right now our dollars mean more as votes, as it were, than they ever have before. Because I think that there are a lot of people that last year that said sort of like, WTF, a food house? Like, is that for real? And about how I think that we've really illustrated to people that it means a lot more than that. That I think what's been really exciting about St. Olaf since I've come here is sort of this rapid increase in sort of the collective consciousness of this campus about what it means pragmatically to be green, instead of that just being some sort of lofty notion that has no sort of tangential or tangible bearings, but that people actually are starting to make a connection between what that means in their life in more areas than just like, maybe I should ride a bike more often.
But we have to really look at things in the face. It's like talking about other difficult things, talking about obesity, fatness, race, discrimination. All those things are taboo. Well, let's talk about it. Let's look at them for what they are, and then you can create local ideas that have global solutions.